Hi, everyone. Welcome to We'll Run For, a live episode.
We're live
Yep.
and spiraling.
Isn't this what usually happens? Aren't we used to this?
Yeah, but I feel like we prepare a lot less for these than the regular episodes, so anything could happen.
It's true. We never have any idea what's going to happen on these.
This is a good
Yep.
point.
That's because we're just here to have fun and talk and chat and see what's going on with everyone else.
Yes. Jamie's there. Jennifer Hall is there. Dean's there. All
Apparently,
there.
we're cutting into his brownie time. Sorry.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
His brownie time.
Wait.
You can enjoy a brownie and also enjoy us. I don't see why not.
I'm basically a brownie.
It's true.
You're chocolatey and gooey
Delicious.
and ooey and delicious.
I was going to say something about nuts, but this is a family
Oh,
show.
God.
Walnuts. What were you thinking about? Anywho, happy October, everybody. It's the fall,
Yeah,
It
yeah,
Fall.
it is.
Happy fall, y'all.
which means I will stop profusely sweating, and then Diana
Ryan.
is going to go into hibernation,
Yep.
I guess.
I just
Yeah.
start wearing all of Tom's sweatpants and sweatshirts around the house.
Do you know what other time it
then-
is, Tom?
What?
It's time for pumpkin season.
I love pumpkins. I love pumpkin pie. I like to sprinkle some on my hair.
Live audience, you get a preview for our tussle. We just tussled over pumpkin spice. I won't
For next
spoil
week,
it
yeah,
and tell
yeah.
you which one of us argued it was good and which one was bad. But we're going to talk about all things pumpkin, apparently.
Yeah.
I love it. I am drinking a very seasonal drink. It is a jailbreak tiki hard water seltzer. It's like the
Wow.
most summery drink of all time.
We had a pumpkin beer, appropriately. And
See, I
it's all
like
gone.
pumpkin beer. I don't love pumpkin beer.
I'm
Like it has to be a really good pumpkin beer.
I'm picky about my pumpkin beer.
Yeah, me too.
Like I feel like some are just way like they overdo the pumpkin spice where they're
Yeah.
trying to overkill it.
Yeah.
I think it's Southern Tier that puts out Pumpkin.
Pumpkin, yeah.
That's one of the best. That's
Mhm.
absolutely one of the best pumpkin beers that are out there.
Yeah, I know. We haven't gone up and tried Hysteria's, I don't think, their pumpkin spice. But every year, Black Flag, which is a brewery near us, they call it Basic Bee. It's the cutest. I bought their glassware this year. It's got little bees with masks on it. Adorable. But they've got a really good pumpkin spice. And then they did like a modification on it this year. Do you remember what was in that pumpkin spice, that like specialty version?
I feel like it had
It had like honey or something
Yeah.
in it. It was delicious.
maybe honey and cinnamon or something.
Yeah.
That does sound delicious. How do
forget.
our listeners feel about pumpkin spice? Or pumpkin beer, I should say. Or pumpkin spice. Either way. Everything nice.
Either way.
Pumpkin spice and everything nice. I had a PSL today. Extra hot, 2-shot.
Extra hot.
Oh, yeah. I like it
Ugh.
really hot.
Ugh.
Some like it hot.
Some like it hot,
What's
and I'm
that?
one of them.
Pumpkin spice lattes.
I
Or-
prefer the hot. I actually, we were talking about, the shipyard one tastes like pumpkin pie. I agree.
Do you ask for your Starbucks extra hot?
No.
Oh.
But I mean, they're good hot.
Yeah, she likes to get hers extra hot.
Mm.
Well, that's because like sometimes it takes me a while to drink it.
Yeah, so you want
and
it
I
still
don't like
warm,
it when
yeah.
it gets like room temperature. Like it's got to be hot the whole time I'm drinking it.
Completely understandable.
Yeah, that I can
And it's
totally
weird because I
understand.
like cold pumpkin things. Like pumpkin pie should be cold, and like muffins and stuff like that are fine cold. But I don't like cold pumpkin drinks for some reason, like coffee type drinks.
I get that.
I
Yeah.
don't know why, because I like iced coffee.
Yeah, I was
You
just
don't
gonna
like
say you don't.
An
You won't,
iced pumpkin.
No, I don't like an
Latte or
iced
something?
pumpkin because I don't know. It's like I feel like it should be warm because it's got like
Yeah.
cinnamon in it.
I feel like the PSL tastes way better hot.
well, yeah, I mean, I do agree with that because that's the whole fall thing, right? You want something warm and
I know people have been doing it with like the foam.
You know what tastes good, hot or ice cold? Apple cider.
Not really. Only
Apple
cold.
cider. Actually, a hot apple cider from Starbucks with caramel on
Ooh.
top is my
Oh,
jam.
Yeah. So
Oh,
good.
really?
That is 100% my jam. It's so good.
I am definitely not into
not
hot,
a big-
warm. Yeah, I don't like warm apple cider.
I'm not a
Oh,
big
I
apple
love
person.
warm apple cider.
I hate apple pie. It's disgusting.
What?
Get out of
All
here.
right, I'm off
Yeah.
this podcast.
Get
just
out of here.
Pay
It
me,
is
pay me my
awful.
severance, and I'm out of here.
No, it's terrible. It's like, ugh. Ugh. I do like ciders. I just don't like apple pie. I like apple juice.
No, I like apple juice.
I
a
do
lot.
not like eating apples.
Oh,
What?
really?
The texture is disgusting.
What?
Yeah, it's
All right.
horrendous.
These people.
Uh-oh.
I just
You can only see Aaron's head. What's going on here? Oh, that's
Oh.
weird. What the heck happened? Something got messed up on my OBS. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. It'll be fixed. Hold on.
we're professionals.
There we go.
We're not professionals.
I
All
will
set.
say, I am loving the cooler weather.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
I'm going to
Somewhat.
be cold until May. I am miserable.
I
Yes,
do
she is.
want to say I do like running in the heat a lot better than running in the cool.
Yeah, we're gonna have a whole conversation about that at some point.
man.
I'm a mixed bag these days. I don't really like running in the heat, but I've been doing it a lot, so I guess I don't mind it as much as I used to.
I really
Yeah.
like it a lot.
And if
No,
there's
I feel like when it's cold, my whole body is stiff, and then I'm sore after I run because
Yeah.
I'm running all like hunched over and miserable.
I did 11 miles yesterday in a cotton hoodie.
I don't know why you
What?
did that.
How in the world? It was 70 degrees out.
oh my
It was
gosh.
40 degrees with a real feel of 50. And then
Oh.
at the hottest, it was 50 with a real feel of 60.
I'm
Still.
literally.
And I'm the one
I'm
that's
s-
always I'm the
Wow.
one that's always cold. And when I went out for my run today, I had on like capris, and then I had just like a lightweight Disney like race shirt, like a long sleeve one
You
that I
still had a
wrap around
long
my
sleeve
waist.
on though.
Wow.
See, that's a like, and we'll get into this, I guess, when we have the cold
Oh, it
weather
doesn't matter. We can talk about it
episode. But
now.
I'm just saying.
Who knows
that
when this will come out?
That's true. I am definitely like, I'm still in a tank top
Yeah.
and shorts at 40 degrees.
Yeah.
Like
You're
the,
also
the
moving a
race
lot
I
faster
did
than me.
Yeah.
with, no, I mean, yes and no. It depends. Because we've been walking a lot. So we've been doing like 15-minute
True,
mile
true.
walks. So it's not like we're moving super fast, but I get so warm so fast. I actually don't
Yeah,
like this
takes
time of
me
year
forever.
because I never know what to wear. Because in the
Yeah,
beginning, you
it's
go
hard.
out and you're like, you have that little bit of chill and it takes you a little bit to warm up. And then you have that weird temperature regulation thing where you're
Yeah,
hot and cold at the
yeah.
exact same time.
It's
Mhm.
awful.
Yeah, I only did like 3.5 miles today, and by the end of it, I had my sleeves rolled up. But I had fully prepared if I was going to go. I didn't know how long I was going to run today. I just went out to just wrap. I wore something purposely to be able to wrap around my waist. But I mean, I could see my breath when I like walked out the door this morning. I think it was just 40. I usually will wear a tank top up like in the 50s. Like I'll wear like capris and a tank top into the 50s. But lower than that, I need a little something more for when it starts.
Well, Jen Hall is thinking about Christmas time already. So apparently she's ready for the cold because she was drinking eggnog and singing Christmas carols, in case anyone was
Stop.
wondering.
I love eggnog. Don't get me started.
I hate eggnog. And I feel like I'll tussle with Diane at some point on all things eggnog.
Last year on Christmas Eve, Tom watched me drink like 2,000 calories worth of
Of eggnog.
eggnog in one sitting.
39 degrees is not brisk. Michael is the one behind the keyboard, in case you're all wondering. I say brisk is when it gets to the 20s.
Whatever.
No, in the 30s. I'm like frigid in the 30s. I'm miserable in the 30s.
I have worked
like-
outside my whole life. I have no problem working out in the cold, but I've had enough of it with running, so
I
I'm
think-
much happier in the
I
warm
think it
weather.
depends. Like last year was very windy.
Mhm.
Every
No, it was. That's true.
Single time we went out, if it was like 35, it was windy. And there's like a difference in temperature then
Yes.
with the wind. So
It wasn't even that cold last year, but literally every single day we went out, it was 10 plus mile an hour winds
Yes.
every
I can't.
single day.
And so if it's not windy, my ideal temperature is actually like 35. Like that's where I like it to be.
Oh my God. I like it when it's like 55, 60. Like that is my ideal, like running temperature.
Yeah.
Anything lower than 50, I start to get miserable. The 40s, like a t-shirt, maybe long sleeve t-shirt. I still like if it gets into the low 40s and the 30s, and it's going to be that temperature the entire race, I'm in cold gear. Like if it's in the 30s, I'm in legit cold gear.
Last year when I ran that PR half marathon with Donna, I was in just the tank top that we were wearing. Like she had a long sleeve underneath the tank top, and I just had the tank top on as we ran because I can't.
It was cold that day.
It was 35 degrees.
Too cold.
Was that a road race? That was a road race, right?
No, it was on
that
the
gravel.
C&O.
Oh, it was on the gravel.
Yeah, the C&O trail.
C&O Trail. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was on the water too. So it was like a little bit like crisp. I don't know. It was cold. I mean, when you weren't running, it was cold.
True.
I mean, I get cold easily. It's just that when I'm running, I immediately get hot.
I think my hands are the first to go. Like
Yeah.
I really need to invest in some gloves.
I like wearing gloves because then I can regulate a little better.
Yeah. Ryan says that he started with gloves today until he warmed up with 39. I think you just
39.
mentioned yesterday that you needed to get some.
I gotta
pull
find
out the gloves.
Yeah, I gotta find them. They're probably still in the back of my car.
39, I would have been in cold gear.
Well, what's the science? And this might be a dumb question, but like I feel like Diana said this to me. Like when you're running, if you're like actually trying to run, like your body temperature,
It's like 20 degrees.
it's like 20 degrees on
20
average.
Degrees, yeah.
Yeah, they say that for running, you should dress 15 to 20 degrees warmer. For biking, you should dress 15 to 20 degrees colder because of the wind. That was the general rule when I started biking. So, they have like those like charts that are like, if it's between this degree and this degree, you should wear all this stuff, and if it's between this, like Runner's World and like all those kinds of things have those like little chart things.
That's so dependent on the person, though.
Some people, that's what I was just gonna say. I feel like those charts are never right for me.
I agree.
So I think it's just like so personal.
Yeah.
I just hate the winter time. I'm just tired of it. So for me, I'd rather run
dark
in the
all
heat.
the time.
Yeah, it's just dark.
Jamie's on the live chat calling Michael a hole.
Well,
at least he's
A
consistent.
natural A.
That's awesome.
Oh gosh.
I actually had a Jamie moment.
I'm sorry.
I know he listens to. He has this one Eminem song, and that came up in my playlist when I was running yesterday, and I hit a real weak moment going up a hill. And then I was like, "What would Jamie do?" And so I ran extra hard during that song, and yeah, I don't know why I brought that up, but he referenced the song, and I listened to it, and it gave me strength.
I added the Beach Boys shred to my playlist so I could run to that.
Stop it.
That's the best.
For anyone in the chat who has not
Look up Beach
Googled,
Boys shred on
look up
YouTube.
Beach Boys shred.
On YouTube.
What's the other one that Dom and Diana?
Oh my
gave us
God.
too?
Oh, the September one, the Earth, Wind, and Fire September ones. Some of them I wouldn't watched a few of them. Some of them are not as good, but those two are like golden.
Yeah, they both kind of nail it exactly for what it is.
Oh God, so good. What's going on in the chat? We can't see.
Let's see. Jamie wants to know what the rule is when you've lost a lot of weight. He dresses way warmer than he needs to, but that's probably just a matter of your body getting used to a new body. You know?
Yeah. Well, I used to dress really warm and I didn't need to. It's only been in the last like year or so where I finally like started to not like if it was 50 degrees 2 years ago, I'd probably be in like long pants, a long shirt, maybe like a vest or something, and then I'd die.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think that was the same with me. I mean, I think fleece lined pants. Like I have 3 pair because at one point I thought that I was going to need them, and I wore them a few times, and I was so hot because I also listened to, like as a new runner, you listen to advice of other people, and you don't realize like it is really personal, and you've just kind of got to get to know your own self. So I bought all these really warm clothes, and now I don't think any fleece ever touches my body. Even like the top layer, like I never wear fleece. It's just too hot for me.
Yeah, fleece I don't wear.
I think a vest is a good investment for running. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it just keeps your core warm.
Yeah.
So a lot of times when it's really cold out, I'll wear a couple of layers up top and then I'll put a vest.
I think it depends on how cold it is for me.
I think that's my problem, is that my core gets too warm. Like today or yesterday when we went out, I was like immediately my sports bra was drenched because my core was heated up so quickly, but my hands and everything else were still cold. So I was like in that weird hot, cold sweat thing.
Oh, you need one of those like have you seen those like runner jackets that are just sleeves?
Oh yeah, the sleeves. Just the sleeves you slide on.
Oh,
yeah.
like the
well, the sleeves you slide on, but there's one that like it almost like it
She said
sleeves and it like
jacket.
connects in the back. Like
like a jacket? No, we're gonna have to Google that.
yeah.
No, I mean I know what you're talking, like the runner sleeves he's talking about. Those I've seen. But no, I don't know about a jacket. I'll have to look that up. I'm kind of curious
and
what that would
it's not
look
like a full jacket. It's like a half jacket or something.
Interesting.
I don't know. It's weird looking.
I've seen the jackets with the back cut out of it if you're wearing a vest.
Yeah, I think I bought one of those.
Like a hydration vest.
Yeah, I bought one of those super cheap on I don't know, someplace that was on sale, and I actually didn't like it. So I have a weird random backless jacket.
So weird.
Yeah, it's for like if you have a big pack on. If you're running with a larger pack.
Gotcha.
Anybody in chat got any advice for us on weather?
No,
running?
we're getting into the shred.
Oh God, yes.
And then Jen Hall brought up the David Bowie, the Jagger Bowie dancing in the street video. But have you ever seen it where there's like no music or anything they show? Yeah, that is friggin'
that's
hilarious.
really good.
It's amazing. It's as good as the Beach Boys shred. It's pretty amazing. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that. I'm gonna have to add that to my list of
crazy
things
funny.
to
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah,
That's funny.
it's like on the same level. Yeah.
I don't know. When you sent me that shred for the first time, I watched it like 5 times in a row and I laughed equally as hard each time.
That's true.
Like I was just giggling. And then like 2 hours later, I started to like think about it. And then I just giggled out of nowhere because I was like thinking about it.
When the guitar starts and it's just like bling, 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 bling.
And like the offbeat clapping.
Like,
The clapping is the part that makes me laugh the most.
and
I'm
the
like,
car,
what-
when
like,
the
what
car's
is
driving
happening?
away and it's like,
It's ridiculous.
Oh my god.
Jamie's
So
wishing cramps on
ridiculous.
everybody. It is hilarious though. Oh my
I
god.
love it.
But
What-
yeah, watch the Earth, Wind and Fire September
my
one,
God,
guys. That
so
one's
good.
really good too.
Yeah.
It's like particularly good when the guy starts singing.
Yes, it was. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, there's one. So there's if you look up the worst final countdown.
The worst final countdown.
Oh my god, it's amazing. It's like this cover band playing at like a fair, and there's like 3 people watching them. It's literally the final countdown ever. It's amazingly bad. It's so bad. It's
Fun
hilarious.
fact, I know all of the lyrics to the final countdown.
Are there lyrics to that?
I thought there was only like 4 lyrics.
I
isn't
thought
there?
it was
No.
just the final countdown.
No. It's
There's more to this?
it's by this band Europe.
Yeah, Europe.
And my sister, basically, I know you're always wondering where Tom got his incredible taste in music. It was for my sister, and I was raised on Big Hair Rock. So Poison and
God.
Oh,
Skid
nice.
Row and Bon Jovi and Europe and those kind of bands. So I know all of that music. And we used to sing the final countdown.
Yeah, that's all I know of that song, I think.
I know it by heart.
Something about heading to Venus or something. I know that. Or
Yep.
something between us. I don't know. Something like that. I don't know.
And maybe they've seen us and welcomed us all. Those are the lyrics, Michael.
I don't know them that well. I wasn't big
Well-
into Europe. I did see Poison in concert with Tesla though.
Oh, Signs? Are you kidding me? Or Love
Yeah.
Song?
Yeah.
Man, taking me back.
I saw them with Tesla. And
Yeah.
I have a
And we're old
Britney-
enough. And we're old enough to see them not ironically.
Yeah, no, I saw them. Yeah. I saw them the tour after whatever the first album hit, the second album, I don't remember what it was called. I saw that one.
Nice.
And I may have a Brittany Fox story if you remember that.
Oh my goodness.
I can't
What?
tell the Brittany Fox on this show though.
Brittany Fox.
Brittany Fox was a band. Yeah.
They were a local.
Brittany Fox is not
yeah.
a person we know.
No, they were a band. Actually, they were from the town I grew up in, and I used to walk behind this dive metal bar on the way to school every morning in grade school, and there was like a flop house behind it, and I used to cut through their driveway.
What was the Brittany Fox song?
Girl
I'm trying to
School,
remember.
I think. Girl School was one of them, I think.
Okay.
I think they had 2
Yeah.
songs. Yeah.
I have no idea.
They hung out with Cinderella, who was around there too.
I have no idea what you're talking
Cinderella
about.
Not
was
a
my
clue.
jam.
Yeah. They used to play hockey because one dude's grandmother lived in our town. Street hockey.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have to go look this up now because
What, Brittany Fox? I'll tell the Brittany Fox story later. I can't tell it now.
I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying I don't even know who Brittany Fox is.
Oh.
Well, now that we've
No, I've never
alienated-
even heard that.
Never,
Oh.
never.
They only had
heard
like
that.
2 songs you would have heard of.
or
Yeah.
none.
if that.
Yeah.
How's
mean,
the chat going?
yeah.
Are we losing them?
Jen Hall is actually like super into Brittany Fox. So
Thank
there
you,
go.
Jen.
Well, yeah, and then Jamie is surprised that we're not talking about O-Town. Why is that, Michael?
I don't know. I like O-Town.
I know.
They were good.
Oh gosh.
They were making the band.
They were making the band.
Were they making the band?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
They were
Yeah,
the first
They
making
were the first
band.
making the band. Oh man. One of the very first conversations
God.
we ever had
That was
was
amazing,
him
Jen.
telling me about how he liked O-Town and the video for Liquid Dreams.
Liquid Dreams. Oh, see, I like it. What is it? All or Nothing.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
that's a
my jam.
great
Well,
song.
Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah.
that's the
And
most
it's
popular
great when
song,
you're like
right?
in the car
Yeah.
and just like rocking out.
Yeah.
Michael, you're telling me that if you're running a race
Yeah.
and somebody runs up next to you with a
Mhm.
small Bluetooth speaker just playing
Yes.
some music,
Yeah.
and it's all or nothing at all,
I'm shoving
You're
them
not-
off the road.
you're gonna really?
Yeah. No, I don't even care if I like the music. I don't want to hear you playing it. Like,
Oh
literally.
gosh.
Like we were on the trail a couple weeks ago and somebody was playing something I liked and it was annoying the hell out of me so much I wanted to trip them down the hill.
Oh my gosh.
I will say, I thought about you this past Wednesday. We met up with our training group and we were running hills, and I forgot my music, so I ran. We just did like 3 miles, but it's a mile from the top of the hill to the bottom of the hill. You turn around, go back up. So we were doing that, and I didn't have music for the first time in a very long time, and it was very refreshing. Like just to kind of listen
Yeah.
to the surroundings, listen to yourself, listen to your breathing. Like I can see absolutely how you wouldn't need that. I think partially why, I mean, I love music, but some of it's a bit of a crutch.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I can
get that.
focus on cadence. I can focus on the beat. I can focus on the lyrics and kind of get out of my head. But like, it was very nice to run with nothing.
Yeah.
I did a 5-mile run on a conference call the other day at work.
That's crazy.
I went because there's a track right next to my building, and somebody decided it would be a good idea to have a 3 p.m. conference call on a Friday. I get done at 3:30, and I was going for a run at 2:30. So I was like, well, I'm going to the track. And put
He's
my
like, I'm working outside. I got to put it on mute.
I was like, I'm outside, guys. It's windy out here. I'm going to go on mute. They're like, okay. And
There
I
you
ran
go.
my 5 miles. I listened to a bunch of stuff that I didn't care about and ran around the track.
There's a underappreciated 80s movie called Secret of My Success starring Michael J. Fox
Yes.
and Helen Slater, where
Legend of Billie Jean.
What?
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that movie. But in Secret of My Success, one of the scenes is, it's this corporate meeting, and like the boss is having all of like the middle level managers just run around the roof of the building while they're reviewing like some sort of like numbers or something. And they're all in like gray sweatsuits, and one guy says something wrong and he's like, okay, you go to the back of the pack. And they're just running around like having a meeting while running. And I'm like, that doesn't happen in real life.
Well, it was the 80s.
What
So-
a better time.
Better?
Was it?
Debatable.
Yeah.
I was too young to remember the 80s, so.
Without getting into it, put 2020 up against 1980 anything and tell me which is better.
Okay, yeah, we do have
I
a
mean,
pandemic.
we don't
so
have
there was that
to.
point,
We don't
yeah.
have to go there.
Yeah.
I know.
Apparently, it's one of Jen Hall's favorite movies.
Thank you,
I've
Jen.
never even heard
I've
of
never
that
heard
movie.
That's a good Michael J. Fox movie.
We're back to
Yeah.
things that Diana and I have never heard of.
It's a fun Michael J. Fox movie.
Michael and Tom are old. Diana and I
I
are
will
young.
say that I
So
tried.
young.
We tried watching Back to the Future the other week, and we just couldn't get through
What?
even a little.
Do you
bit
not
of it.
like Back to the
Wait,
Future?
what?
Remember we put it on?
I don't remember putting on Back to the Future and not being able to get through it.
Yeah, we did.
I think that was a Michael thing and not an Erin thing because I like Back to the Future.
Yeah, but it was really. Remember, it was like, oh wait, this really is like.
No, that wasn't Back to the Future.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, remember we started it and we were like,
No,
it's not holding up.
I've never.
Guys, don't fight
started-
in front of the kids.
Yeah, I do not understand what's happening.
Maybe
'cause-
I was like, this isn't holding up for me. I got to turn it off.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's what happened.
I feel like we watch it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
of the
we watch
80
it every time it's on TV.
I don't think it's bad or anything. I loved it
I
as
don't
a
even
kid.
remember
It's just
us
for
doing
me.
this. I think this was you and some other person.
No, it was little here. It was when we were watching different stuff. But I think it was just me who had it
your side hustle.
in my head.
Apparently, I don't really know. Can I just tell you guys what Diana just sent me though? It's called the anti-UV cooling shawl, arm sleeve sun protector.
Well, they've got ones that are warm,
Burrow
which is like the first image
shrug
I saw.
for golf riding. I wanted to just talk about the end part of this for golfing riding.
What?
What is golfing riding?
Croquet? Croquet?
Croquet?
What's the one where you ride around on a horse and hit it with a mallet?
Polo.
Golfing
polo?
riding, apparently.
It's one of the riding.
I just saw the text, the name of it, and I'm like, what is this that she sent me? Sorry.
It's like a little bolero.
It is. It's
But
pretty.
I've seen ones that like just are like a jacket, but only for like the top half. Like they only go like they cover like your boobs with like a zipper. I've seen
okay,
those
I've
too.
seen those too. I just thought this was really funny because I was trying to figure out what the hell shrug for golfing riding would be.
I don't know.
Should there be a maybe a comma there that's missing? Maybe
Golfing or riding, but you can't use it for anything else. It's very
things
specific.
are only made for one use.
It's
and
very specific.
That's it.
Jennifer Hall says bye. She's out. Back to the Future.
No, she's still there. She
It's
said those
critical.
things you're talking about are not comfortable, though.
I have to say though, I really don't remember this whole Back to the Future thing.
Well, we watched a lot of random stuff, so.
I don't know. We
No.
did.
There are
watch-
well, there you
things
go.
That don't hold up, but
I was wondering who this was, but the person can't see, but it's Will Run for Tacos.
Haha, this is Will Run for Tacos. Apparently, I signed under her gaming tag. Oh, she's a gamer like you.
There you go. See? Smart people.
Oh, boy.
See, and Dean said 80s rules except for 86 when Culture Club broke up. And funny story, Connor, my son, just discovered Boy George this week.
Oh, really?
Because apparently he's a host on the Australian Voice and he watches every iteration of The Voice from around the world. So he's like, oh, you know who Boy George is? I'm like, yes. I'm like,
yeah. You're like,
Do you
yeah.
know who Boy George is?
well,
He's really stretched out the fame from Karma Chameleon, hasn't he?
yes.
Good
yeah,
for him.
Yeah.
Erin or Diana? Teen Witch?
Oh yes, I love Teen Witch.
Yeah, there you go.
What was Teen Witch?
It actually, they used to show it every year on, what is it called now? Freeform. I was going to call it
yeah.
ABC Family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well,
they're
that's
not
what
showing
was.
it this year.
What?
So,
is it on Disney
yeah.
Plus? Is that why?
Like they're just showing Hocus Pocus 900 times.
Oh.
But they used to show Teen Witch.
Is Teen Witch on Disney Plus?
Oh, I don't know. No, it wasn't because I was just on there looking
Okay.
at
Okay.
Halloween movies.
Now I'm going to have to look up Teen Witch. Michael just asked what Teen Witch is.
I don't know
Oh,
what it
no.
is.
Oh, God.
That's because we're so young.
That's
We know what
the
Teen
young
Witch is.
versus old thing there.
Oh my God. Whatever.
Well, Tom had never seen Hocus Pocus until we started dating.
I've never seen Hocus Pocus.
I'm not like, so I know that like everyone loves Hocus Pocus, and I don't not like it. I just don't like it as much as all the other people in my age group for some reason.
No, I don't need to watch it like 1,000 times, but I really like it. We saw it at the drive-in on Friday night.
Oh, that's cool.
We also, on our first anniversary, we went to Boston, and we drove up to Salem, and Diana made me go
To all the locations from Hocus Pocus.
like
oh my God.
like Max's house.
I was like, we went to go to Max Dennison's house. We went to Allison's house. We went to the school.
Wow.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
We went to all the different locations.
Yeah, there's like a walking tour of Hocus Pocus you can take through Salem.
Had
didn't
you
do that.
seen
I found
Hocus
it all,
Pocus,
and we
Tom?
did our own.
Huh?
Had you seen Hocus Pocus?
I'm sure I've seen it. I mean, I think you can look at me and say he watches a lot of television, but I'm sure I've seen it, but like I didn't have the kind of the affinity for it that I do now. I had other movies, like other Halloweeny movies, like Monster Squad was my jam.
I remember
yeah.
that. I used to like Saturday the 14th. That was my big favorite.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's
Again,
amazing.
like I don't know what that is either.
It's super low budget, but amazing.
Nice.
It's like a funny take on Friday the 13th from like the early 80s.
Oh, gotcha. Is it like Frighteners with Michael J. Fox, the Peter Jackson one?
Imagine that, but made for like $3.
Nice.
Wow.
But yeah, like I referenced Secret of My Success. I used to watch The Explorers. I didn't even know that was a Disney movie, and I love that movie.
I
I think that one's on Disney Plus. Wasn't that on Disney Plus?
Yeah.
It's got to be. I don't think I've seen that.
That one's got what's his face? Ethan Hawke, right?
Ethan Hawke, yeah.
Oh,
And,
no, I have seen that. That was awesome. I remember that movie. That was like
They
my
bu-
brother loved that.
They
Yeah.
built a spaceship out of a tilt-a-whirl.
Yes, I do remember
It's
that.
so good.
Yep. Yep. That was
And of course
awesome.
the Goonies. If we're gonna go back and just start referencing old movies, the Goonies was my jam.
Oh, the Goonies is on the.
Still is.
It's probably in my. It's probably Goonies and Princess Bride are my top two nostalgic
Yeah.
kids.
Well,
Like
Goonies, apparently, if you didn't see it when you were a kid, like you don't get. I have a friend
I can
who like
understand
never
that.
saw it.
Yeah.
Saw it growing up and then watched it as an adult, and he's like, I don't understand why people love this movie.
No, I get that totally.
Like
If you don't
I
have
think
the
some of it,
nostalgia. Yeah.
that like rose-colored glasses piece.
Jamie said The Worst with Tim Curry and Charlotte Rae. I don't remember
The Worst
that.
Witch. The Worst Witch.
Oh, The Worst Witch. Oh, it says
Oh,
Worst
yeah, I
Witch.
have that on DVD, and I make Tom watch it every
It's-
year, and he gets so angry.
I love
Tim
Tim
Curry
Curry.
has like a song in it.
Oh, he's amazing. I love Tim Curry so much.
It's the most
Oh,
Clue is
yeah.
for me, Clue or It are the best Tim Curry.
Or Legend.
The Worst
Legend.
Witch is clearly Tim Curry's best work.
Tim Curry seducing Mia Sara with his giant floppy horns.
Yeah. Legend.
Tom Cruise, right?
Tom
Yeah,
Cruise
Tom
hopping
Cruise is
around like he's some grasshopper in the beginning of the episode
okay,
So
I
weird.
have been missing
or
out.
beginning of the movie. You've
You've never seen Legend?
No.
Oh, I own the DVD. We'll watch.
Oh, it may not hold up. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know if that's one of the ones. If you see as like an adult, you're like, "What?"
It holds up in
holy hell
a
is
different
this?
way, I think.
In a different way. I don't like. What does that even mean?
Well, let's see. We watched what have we watched recently?
Oh, we
my
watched-
God, we watched
Oh,
Mazes
so-
and Monsters.
I was going to bring this up at some point. So we were watching on Netflix. There's that. What's the gaming thing? What's the
The
name
documentary,
of it? The documentary that
six-part
was
series, or
on
whatever. High Score.
High Score that was on Netflix, and it's a documentary that goes through the history of gaming. It like talks about Atari and Nintendo and Sega Genesis,
Yeah, everything.
and
Yeah.
pretty much where we are now in the gaming world. And I think that listening to it or watching it was sort of inspired at the same time by games we grew up with, like we were in the gaming mindset. And so they were talking about role playing and when role playing games started, and the original role playing game being Mazes and Monsters and Dungeons and Dragons.
D&D, yeah. Mazes and Monsters was the show.
Yes,
Wasn't
I'm
an
sorry.
actual game though. Yeah.
Yes, the Dungeons and Dragons. And so we were talking. It talked about this show. It was Tom Hanks' movie. It's one of his very first movies. We were like, what the heck is this? So we Googled
Yeah.
it and found it streaming
On
on
Tubi.
Tubi.
Tubi has everything.
And it's this really awful, like terrible quality. It looks like someone ripped it from a VCR.
Yeah, like
video,
literally. Yeah.
like a VHS video and uploaded
It's
it on
amazing.
YouTube.
It's amazing though. So imagine like it's like a fever dream of what the dumbest people thought D&D was. And like in the middle of the satanic panic.
So it's like I was just going to bring it back to that. Yeah, so think like at the time people were panicking about like these
hordes
games
of Satanists
and
running
Satanists running around. It's like Tom Hanks has a mental breakdown because he's playing Dungeons and Dragons basically.
But the way he has the breakdown is amazing. It's insane. It's so ridiculously over the top.
Do you remember when I sent you guys a video too of like that? Neither of you had a reaction to it either.
Probably because I didn't watch it.
I had just taken a video of us watching a video.
It was amazing. Mazes and Monsters on Tubi is like the best thing ever.
Here's the thing with that though, like Tubi and Peacock and whatever HBO Max is, because I can't figure out whether or not we have it.
Oh, HBO Max is amazing. Like legit amazing.
Do you have to pay? Like I don't know. Do I have to pay for it?
Tubi you do not. Yeah. Peacock you do not. HBO
no,
Max.
You have to pay for Peacock.
No, there's a free version.
There's a free version. It's kind of like Hulu.
Yeah, there's an ad version as well.
Yeah.
There's ad supported
ads though.
Yeah.
Well, I agree with that, but
it depends on what you're watching.
You can still watch the original content on it the way you can with Hulu.
Yeah.
Without paying for it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it just has ads.
Like we watch.
Yeah, I do want because that's where Twilight Zone is, right? Isn't that on Peacock?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
That's the new one with Jordan Peele. Is that the one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we tried to start that.
No,
that's on. We got the first episode on CBS.
That's on CBS.
CBS All Access.
Yeah, that's all.
That's another one. I mean,
but we didn't pay, so we're like, and we wanted to keep going with that because we like the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, there's nothing else.
Every so often, I think what is it? Christmas,
New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve. Diana will take me down a Twilight Zone wormhole, and we'll just watch it for
because
10 hours.
Sci-fi they play it.
Yeah.
Is it sci-fi they play the marathon?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I watch it every year.
Something on the wing.
My favorite is the one with Burgess Meredith and the glasses.
Oh yeah.
Or the one with the fortunes in the diner. Is that what it was? The fortune teller machine.
The fortune in the diner. And I like the guy and the dog trying to get into heaven.
Oh yeah.
That one's really killer.
That one's really good.
Yeah. Those are so good.
I haven't seen that many of them. I've caught a few of them on the marathons that you're talking about, but I haven't I was never super into the Twilight Zone, so I've not seen a whole lot of them.
Yeah, no, they were awesome. The old ones are really awesome.
Yeah, we'll have to find some and watch them.
Anything going on in the chat?
No, not since Jamie, the worst witch.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are good. I think next, what are we talking about next time? Running costumes or something?
Yeah, we're going to talk about running in costume. We're going to talk about Halloween races.
Oh, yeah, and I'm going to do the letterbox game of scary movies.
Yeah, that's the episode that comes out, not this episode. Like, we just recorded an episode tonight.
Like 10 minutes ago.
Right before we hopped on here. That's not what we're talking about on that one. That one, we're talking about the habits and rituals and superstitions. And then the next episode, right before Halloween, we're going to make it a Halloween-ish episode.
Halloween-y.
Ooh, yeah. Running in costumes.
So do we want to get into what we were planning for this one?
Sure. What were we planning?
Did
we have a plan?
We didn't have a plan. I mean, I had the Disney quiz, but I mean, we can keep chatting for a few more minutes. It's up to you.
Okay.
Raph is here. Anybody want anything? Anyone want us to talk about anything? I did recover from my injury with a 3404 pace Friday night.
I assume 3404 5K.
5K.
Yeah.
That's
get it. That's pretty good.
Raph is apparently asleep. While typing. I'm not really sure what's happening.
I mean, we probably put him to sleep. I will say, I don't know if I posted it on the page officially, But I guess it was last weekend when I ran my 9 miles. I used squirrel's nut butter.
Oh God,
Oh,
that's
And
yeah.
right.
apparently
Oh.
not the. I'm scarred. Like,
Oh gosh.
bruise has gone away, but I physically have a scar.
Which is so funny
from how
because
bad I chafed under my bra from the squirrel's nut butter. And I think it's because I do think like it was partly user error, but also partly instructions. Because when I said I put so much on, it was too greasy. You were like, well, you don't need to use that much. So then the next time I used it, I didn't use that much. And I needed to lather myself up like a pig, apparently.
I think that the stick would also help because
Yeah,
I
I
feel
think I need
like
to do
when
the
you have the tube, it's good for like your toes and stuff like that. But when you're trying to get it into like the creases, I feel like I can get it easier with the stick.
Well, I used it today and it was fine, but I did use a lot. Like I basically kind of like my rule now is I kind of rub it until I can see it where it's like shiny almost.
Okay. Yeah. So I thought that was funny because like as you were texting that to us, Frumpa sent us a message on on Facebook that was like, this stuff is amazing. And Diana's like, yeah, you want to see how amazing?
Oh my
Shows
God.
her all like her battle wounds.
Yeah, that was rough.
Oh gosh.
That was rough.
It was so bad. I couldn't really wear a bra. Like I had to have like Tom like put a like huge bandage.
Oh,
like
gosh. That was hilarious.
Oh my
Things we
God.
do.
It was so funny because we had just talked about our worst chafing story, and this is like now my new second worst chafing story.
Oh gosh.
It was so bad. It was there, and then it was like spots on my back. But someone told me to use like diaper cream to prevent chafing, and I had never felt diaper cream, so I bought it, and I was like, I kind of felt it like between my fingers. I was like, well, I can't use this. Like this is
Oh,
gonna do
really?
nothing. But what I did do is I put it on the wound, the open chafing wound, and it healed it in like 3 days.
Oh wow. I mean, I guess it's kind of the same thing, right? Because that's what diaper
Yeah,
rash is for a
that's what
baby.
diaper rash
It's just
is.
chafing on the butt for a
It
baby.
didn't smell great, but I was like,
Oh my God.
this is fine.
That's hilarious.
But then it got like all over my clothes. I was a mess for like a week.
Oh my
but
gosh.
it was I guess last Sunday.
Yeah.
And there's a mark there, but it's not like a open wound.
Maybe
like
you
it
needed
was.
diaper cream for your worst chafing story.
I did. Or like Aquaphor. Like I also
Oh,
use a little
gosh.
Aquaphor, and that helped as well. So if you do get chafed, diaper cream.
Raph said that he weirdly ran a 5K a few years ago that was run in a cemetery in October. Now,
Ooh,
Love
that's
that.
a good one.
I run in a cemetery not this. Actually, I ran in it pretty recently. And I always thought it was weird. Like people always say that around my work, there's a cemetery that's
Yeah.
pretty close.
I
And
don't
people would be like, oh, go run in the cemetery. It's where all the runners run. And I'm
Yeah.
like, it seems a little strange.
I heard
But-
they're
Seems
pretty
strange.
dead.
Now I run there pretty frequently. So I guess it's not that weird. It's actually known for its hills because it's kind of hilly. So people are like, oh, I run my hills there.
Well, let's look at this. It's hilly for dead flat South Jersey.
Yes, that's true. However,
See, I would just start picturing like Night of the Living Dead. Like they're coming to get you, Barbara. Like
So scary.
yeah, I the first few times I was a little weird, and then if there's people like paying respects to like people, then I like feel weird, and I'll like try and run
Different
like
way,
in a
yeah.
different
Yeah.
direction. Because then I always feel a little weird too. But there's really like when you go there, there's always people walking. There's always people running. I mean, every single time I've been there, I've run into another runner or a walker.
I think
Yeah.
it's pretty normal.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Jen Hall wants to know if everybody's over the virtuals at this point.
I mean, yes and no.
I mean, we're lucky that we've been able to do a live race and are doing another one. So
yeah.
yeah,
I felt like I wasn't into them at the beginning of quarantine. Like I was like, no, but now I feel like I'm getting more into them. And actually, my friend just sent me one. Jailbreak Brewing is doing a virtual, and there's like a ton of good swag with it, and it's
That's
$40.
awesome.
So I was like, well, maybe I'll do that one.
yeah. I mean, I'm still doing a ton of them. I still have the Marine Corps one I'm signed up for. I don't know. We just talked about the cast member one. It depends on what it's supporting or whether there's a reason. I definitely need a reason. Like the cast member one is going to support the people who are just laid off of Disney.
We do the beast pacing one every month.
Pacing one, pretty much every month to support one of our friends who has obviously they can't pace races if there's no pacing, so they're doing virtual races, and it's their only business. So we run that one pretty much every month to support them. So
I think, I think listening to the Run Ohana podcast when Ryan was kind of giving his criteria for running a virtual.
Yeah.
Like I subscribe to that. Like if it supports a good cause, if there's, what else do you say? If there's good bling, what was his thing? If it supports a good cause,
no, he
it's
didn't
not
say
just a
anything
cash
about
grab.
The bling. He said community. If it's bringing together community. I forget what the third thing was. There was 3 things he said.
I almost had it. Yeah, when you said community.
What's the cast member pantry one called?
It's the Frommerly. You said that right. Frommerly, like family, but foam. I think
Foamily 5K.
Foamily 5K.
Okay.
It's. I have the link, Jen. I can send you at the end of this. So it's basically $5 for just getting a virtual bib, basically, and then you run it and the $5 goes to the pantry. If you pay $20, $10 goes to the pantry, and you get a t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
I remember what it was. It was if there's a good sense of community, like you're doing it with people. If it supports a race director or a race company that you want still around when races come back, or if it supports a good cause.
Yep.
So like when Diana did the Champagne 5K, that was through J&A Racing, who we like.
Yep.
And the cause was it was leukemia.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, that checks off those boxes, and I don't mind running a virtual. I know that money is going to go to a good cause, and it's going to support a company that we want around for the long haul. So
yeah, it is easier to do it like as a group, because I know with my friends Nikki and Nicole, we did that one together and then planned to like run that and then like have breakfast afterwards. And then there was one we did that was a virtual like Wonder Woman race. So we dress up like in Wonder Woman gear and just run around like on a random like Saturday morning. That was really fun. Like
that's pretty good.
Yeah, then that's the community thing again.
Yeah.
I mean, generally I think for the most part, every time we've signed up for one, it's been for a reason. The only one I think that I'm doing that's not for like a cause and it's semi-selfish is for Marine Corps, is so that I can get part of my runners club done.
Yeah.
So that's definitely purely just me doing something for I saw that. That's just for me.
That's also continuity of something that you've been doing. Like Matt Frumpa today, or was either today or yesterday, did the Trogs Hop Dash virtually.
He always does that. Yeah,
and he's always done that. So it could be tradition. It could basically be whatever you want it to be. I do recognize that there are absolutely virtuals out there that are straight pay for this medal, do whatever you want, and we're just kind of collecting.
Yeah, I mean that was Diana. Before I move on to the chat, Diana had posted something for RBG. And it was a race that I'd seen. I keep seeing it's the third one I saw, but I can't find who race directs it, and I don't want it to be a money grab. Like if it like suggests charities to donate to, but then it doesn't like say that your money for this is going to a charity. So I'm like, I'm not okay with people just making a cash grab off of the death of somebody. So that's not okay with me. But if it was supporting a charity, that would be different. Into the chat real quick. Will Run for Tacos would like to know if Jailbreak beer is any good, guys.
Oh my gosh. They're like one of our favorite breweries in Maryland. They're down in Laurel. Really good. They have a big distribution. I'm surprised you might be able to get it kind of because you're in like I don't know if you're in. DC
She
or
may have
Northern
had it.
Virginia.
She just asked what you think of it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
If she
Oh, gotcha. We like it. Tom really likes Feed the Monkey.
Feed the Monkey is the best beer in Maryland, and I will swear by that.
He's the only one that thinks
It's
that.
a
Where did we go? Is that where we went?
That's where we went.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, that was good. Yeah, we went there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
Their location's really
in
good.
August when we were supposed to do the 50K that was canceled at 5 a.m.
At 5 a.m. the morning of the race.
Yeah, they've got good food there. Like it's a cool space too, and they do like really cool events.
That tent was huge.
Yeah, they had a really good outdoor setup.
Yeah, we always go there for May the 4th. They do like a huge Star Wars thing on May the 4th. They do like old school hip hop trivia once a week. They at like Christmas time, every Saturday night in December, they show like Christmas movies, but like old, like the off-brand Christmas movies. So they show like Gremlins and Die Hard and like those movies. And they've got a pretty good like revolving tap list.
Yeah.
Ooh. Right.
Raf's running the virtual NYC.
That's the one that Ryan's running also.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
it's his only chance to run NYC since he's afraid of heights and doesn't want to cross the Verrazano or 59th Street Bridge.
Okay, I would like to make a comment about that because I am terrified of bridges.
Oh, that's
not
right.
Just
You
heights,
are. Yeah,
not
you
just
are.
heights, bridges. Like I have dreams of like my car careening off the side of it and me plummeting to my death. Like bridges are a thing for me. I used to, when I was first driving, make my friends get out of the car and drive over the bridge for me so I could like hide because I just couldn't even drive over bridges.
You and my mother.
Now, I have gotten used to bridges and I am okay with them. And I never thought that I would run over a bridge because they have one down here by Philly that runs over the Ben Franklin. And I was always like, never. But New York City, the Verrazano Bridge is so huge that like if you're in the center, you almost don't realize that you're running over it. And like it's really not that big a deal. And it's totally worth it to run New York City. That's all.
When races return, I want to do the Brooklyn half. Because apparently you run across the Brooklyn Bridge, and I feel like that would be awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you used to not run over the Brooklyn Bridge. It used to start in Prospect Park, and you went across or down to Coney Island. I actually didn't realize that it started running over the Brooklyn Bridge.
I just made that up. So 100% of what I just said is an assumption that the Brooklyn half would go across the Brooklyn Bridge. None of that is based on any knowledge that I know of that race.
I think it's the New York City half goes over one of the bridges.
Well,
I think so.
that's
It was
fine.
like after we watched Brittany runs a marathon, Tom was like looking up what he'd have to do to get into the New York Marathon. I was like, what are you doing? You don't want to run that.
You do. It was the most amazing race experience. It was amazing.
I don't know that I'm fast enough to get into the New York City.
You don't have to be.
Yeah, that one's
That's
not
not a time one. Yeah, that's not a time one. People finish that one at like 9:00 at night. Like the last finishers come in like really, really late. It's
Speaking of virtuals, here in Maryland, there's the Bay Bridge run across the Chesapeake Bay Bridge, and we've done that a couple years. And then one year they switched it to a virtual, and I'm like,
what's the point?
how are you going to get anybody to run a virtual when the biggest draw to that race is being able to run across that bridge?
Well, they did it because there's construction. So
Fine.
you left that part
Yeah,
out. Like
yeah.
there was construction
They had
on the
to.
bridge.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, so Raph just brought up the bridge to Newport, Rhode Island, in Newport, Rhode Island. I ran a half marathon in Jamestown, and I thought that I was thinking about running from Newport over to Jamestown so that I could just not even bother with the car. And then I saw that bridge and was like, F no.
I vaguely remember it. I ran the Newport Marathon.
Yeah.
I don't know if it went across it though.
Yeah.
That was one of my worst races.
Very, very, very bad bridge.
I was cramping for like 8 miles to finish the race. My calves.
Olan says that she's going to have to make the trip up, which you can when we do run the lakes.
Oh, yes. And Jamie said about the bridge going into Montreal. Yeah, that thing is high.
Oh, you know what bridge scares me? Is the Bay Bridge by you guys.
Bay Bridge
It's one
Tunnel.
of the most dangerous bridges ever.
Oh yeah, like in the world. It's like in the list of like people. Like, and there was a jumper on it over the weekend.
I accidentally
like it shut
took
down
that.
for hours.
Oh, really?
My map took me back to Jersey going over the Bay Bridge because I guess there was traffic on 95. And I had no idea because I'd never been near there. And I sweat so bad. I thought about turning around and going back to 95, like driving all the way back and sitting in the traffic because I was so afraid of going over that bridge.
There's a service
that
that will
only-
drive you across that bridge.
That was only 2 years ago. I mean,
Yeah,
I was sweating, my heart rate, I had my watch on, my heart rate went up to 140 going over that bridge because I was so terrified.
Yeah, they'll drive you over. Like there's like, I don't know, like I don't think it costs anything, but we'll drive you over the bridge.
Oh, gosh.
If you forget, I don't know. My dad made me drive over that when I had my learner's permit. So
Good way to jump right in the deep end.
like that was because you had to track, you had to get, I forget, however many ungodly hours behind the wheel. So we went to Ocean City for like a family vacation. He's like, "You're driving. That'll be 6 hours."
Oh my God.
And he told me, like, he was like, "Before you get to the bridge, we'll be able to pull over so I can drive over." And then we got close. He's like, "No, you're doing it." And I was like, "What?"
Brian said that he can't say I've really run a bridge higher or worse than a normal overpass.
Yeah, bridges don't bother me, so it doesn't matter.
No.
All right.
No,
Guys, you want to take
all, like they fill in all the like little cracks and stuff too, like on the bridges when you run over them.
Yeah.
They do on the Bay Bridge.
Yeah.
Gosh. All right.
What?
Anyway, anybody want to take a Disney quiz?
Oh God.
Oh boy.
I feel like I'm good at Disney trivia, but I'm also lousy at games. Like because I panic and I just scream nonsense. I'm not good at games.
This is what she says every time before Disney trivia.
So
And then, spoiler alert, she's amazing at it.
And here's my thing, right? Is that I don't know, like, whether these questions are any good for Diana. Like, there's a difference between, like, oh, I'm going to put together a Disney quiz for random people. And then there's Diana.
You should have done Disney letterboxed trivia.
Like, I'm okay. Like, but there are certain things like I know nothing about.
All right. Well, this is like a mix. I have a mix of questions that are some park questions and I have some movie questions. It's just kind of a random mix of Disney animation and just Disney park questions. There's a couple Disneyland. There's a couple Disney World. Let's see. We're just going to go in this random order that I have because I don't really know what other order to go. Tom. How many animated Disney characters have a star on the Walk of Fame? And can you name at least 3 of them?
I'm going to say...
I feel like I could name 3.
I could name 3. I don't know what the answer is, though.
I'm going to say 5 have stars and 3 animated characters. And 3 of them, I'm just going to go with the Mickey, Minnie, and Donald.
Minnie Mouse does not have a
Wow,
star.
that's kind of surprising.
Snow White has a star.
Correct.
Kermit has a star.
Correct.
I know. Well, never mind.
What?
It's animated. I was going to say Mary Poppins because I'm stupid.
Oh.
Okay. So there are 7.
Oh.
That was close.
Dopey? Does Dopey have a star?
Mm-mm.
Oh, no.
Mickey, Snow White, Kermit the Frog, Donald Duck, Winnie the Pooh, Tinkerbell, and then the Muppets.
Oh, the Muppets in general.
All right. So I got
Ryan said you're wrong. Minnie got a star in 2018, 2019.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Sorry,
so I was
guys.
right.
There's 8 then.
We can't play a game
Oh
if the
my
facts are wrong.
gosh.
Jesus.
That's
All right.
like all of my trivia games where I'm like, guys, I did not fact check any of this. I don't know where this information came from.
This is
Came
like
from
when
the
you used to
internet.
play the old Trivial Pursuit game, and it wasn't updated. with the-
Okay. Hey, Michael.
yeah.
Who is Wally named after?
Wall-E? Is that what you're saying?
Wally.
Wall-E? What do you mean? Wall-E? Wall-E?
Wall-E, yes.
Oh, okay. He's
Wall-E.
named after...
These are hard questions.
Wally Crump. He's named after.
That is Rolly Crump with an R.
Can Dinah steal? Like, if
Yes.
she knows,
yeah.
can
I
she
mean,
just
we
throw
can.
it out?
Yes, we can throw. Anyone can throw out an
I
answer.
don't think I know the answer, but that guy's name is Rolly Crump, that Imagineer.
That was close. I'm going to say he is named after Walt Elias Disney.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
He is correct.
That makes so much sense. When you said that, I was like, yeah.
Wally Crump.
See, I wouldn't have gotten either of these first two answers, I don't think.
Oh gosh. All right, Diana. What two hotels at Disney World were planned to be built but never were?
Oh, like a Venetian hotel on the Seven Seas Lagoon. And then I don't know the name of it, but wasn't there supposed to be like an Asian themed one?
Mm-hmm. A Persian.
Persian one. Yeah.
Persian. Yep.
That would definitely not have been problematic whatsoever.
Yeah.
Diana gets a point.
Michael should get a point too.
Oh yes. Sorry, I forgot.
I'm the only loser here.
Oh, all right. Tom,
Yeah.
which park at Walt Disney World is the smallest?
At Walt Disney World,
Yeah, this is pretty easy.
Hollywood Studios.
Final answer?
Yes.
Incorrect.
What?
Who would like to steal?
Smallest in terms of what?
In terms of size.
I'm going to say it's Typhoon Lagoon.
Did you know? I'm sorry. Of the four parks. I apologize.
Okay, sorry.
Of the
Magic
four
Kingdom.
parks. Michael's correct. Did you know that 90% of the people who answer this question get this wrong? It's like 89% of people answer this question wrong.
Oh, they would have answered what? Hollywood Studios.
Yes.
That's what I would have guessed.
It feels it does feel the smallest. I will say that.
But
I
square
guess because
footage
it has all
was.
that like backlot stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Originally.
Yeah. Michael,
What?
what were Mickey Mouse's first words?
I caramba.
If you're not going to take this seriously, I'm going to walk. I'm out of here.
I actually don't know. Let's see. I'm going to say it was in Steamboat Willie, right?
I actually don't know the answer to that, to
I'm
be
going to
completely
say
honest.
it's those aren't pillows.
That's the best answer I've ever heard in my entire life. Planes, trains, and automobiles.
I don't know.
Anybody else know?
Is it just oh boy?
Nope.
I'm trying to think of what he says in Steamboat Willie.
And again, fact checks.
Does he
I'm
say
not
Minnie's
sure.
name?
No.
I don't know.
According to my fact check, he says hot dog.
Hot
Oh,
dog.
that's right.
Don't have a cow.
That's right. As soon as you said it. Yep.
Raph said don't have a cow, man.
Oh gosh. Diana, which Disney princesses wear gloves? And do you know why?
I know Cinderella and Belle both wear gloves with their like
Evening wear.
Yes,
Evening
their
wear.
yes, in their classic gown that you imagine them in. Which three? Oh, I wasn't supposed to say three, but which three Disney princesses wear gloves?
Oh, I think I know what the third one is.
Me too.
I don't.
Someone say the third one.
Tiana?
Yep.
Oh, yep.
And do you know why? What
No.
it symbolizes? Because they married into royalty and were not born into it.
Jamie said they were protecting themselves from COVID.
Oh gosh.
That's awesome. That's really good.
Oh gosh.
They
Tom.
married into interesting. I did
Yep.
not realize that.
Tom.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
What Disney movie was the first to have a soundtrack release?
God.
Oh, I think I know.
You know this.
I know this?
Yeah.
Can I ask a clarifying question?
Sure.
What came out first, Beauty and the Beast or Little Mermaid?
Tom, those movies came out in the 80s.
Oh my god.
You think that was the first soundtrack?
No, that was just a clarifying question.
Little Mermaid came out first in what, 91 or something, or
Little
92?
Mermaid was 89, and then Beauty and the Beast was 91.
That's what it was. 89,
so-
91. Yeah.
So I don't know why you guys are talking about those because it's clearly neither of those. Dumbo?
I feel like this is a pretty obvious one.
Yeah.
Clearly, it's not obvious.
Yeah.
Dumbo is my final answer. Just tell me I'm wrong
Name
and move
a
on.
song from Dumbo.
Baby of Mine, or what's the sad one? Baby Blue or Baby Mine?
It's got to be Snow White, right?
No, I would say it's Fantasia, and it was recorded with the Philadelphia Orchestra.
Because, like, I think, like, Whistle While You Work was, like, a #1 song.
That doesn't mean a soundtrack was released, though.
All right, I didn't get it right. So
Tron. Ralph said Tron.
Are those our final answers? Are we
Yeah,
still
I'm gonna
going
say
with
Fantasia,
Snow
yeah.
White and Fantasia. Diana gets a half a point.
Oh, really? What was it?
It was Snow White.
Really? It wasn't Fantasia? Oh, it was, well, Fantasia obviously had one, but yes, Snow White was first. Wow.
Yes, Snow White
Snow White
was
was, like,
first.
The first movie he did.
Yeah, it was the first, full movie. I would have thought Fantasia. I have the record from Fantasia.
Michael,
What?
how much was the adult admission on the first day Disney World opened?
Disney World?
Disney World.
They were still.
Ugh,
wait,
I
weren't
don't
they
know.
still doing the tickets then?
Yeah, e-tickets.
Yeah. So
it
wait,
was
they
It
had
was
an.
admission, and then you had to pay more
Oh,
to get
yeah.
on the rides.
I'm gonna say $5.
Ooh, I'm going to say 50 cents.
Mm.
Although that could have been Disneyland in the 50s.
Yeah,
And not the 70s.
true.
what was $5.01?
We were doing around the horn. So this was Michael's question, and Michael was wrong. Diana did not steal correctly. And I'm sorry, what was your answer, Tom?
$5.01.
And Tom incorrectly guessed as well. So no one gets a point. It was $3.50.
Ooh, $3.50. I
split the
feel like I
difference.
should have gotten that. Yeah,
So it's like today.
yeah, almost the same.
Tom, nope. I'm sorry. Let's go to Diana. The only animated Disney feature film to have its title character not speak.
I got it.
Dumbo.
Yes.
No. Well, oh, Disney animated it. Says?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Disney animated feature film that has its
'Cause
title character. who
Wally
didn't speak.
Pixar.
Wally
Wally speaks though. He says Wally.
Oh, he does
Eva."
kind of make a
No.
sound. Yeah,
Yes.
you're right.
it. So it was Dumbo.
It was Dumbo.
Here's. I might be dumb, but in my head I said Bambi.
But they
Baby
talk to
talks.
each other.
Does
yeah.
Bambi talk?
Baby talks.
They talk to. Yeah, he talks to that rabbit.
Thumper. Oh God, I'm stupid, guys.
You know
I
who
wandered
doesn't
in off the
talk?
street.
His mom doesn't talk.
Ouch.
He doesn't talk for long.
Ouch.
He
Oh,
does
man.
talk now.
Yeah, she says, ouch.
Tom, where was the first Disney Marathon Expo held?
What's down there? Let me think.
Disney.
They got
Disney
a
is
couple
down there.
hotels.
That's what I'm trying to think.
I think I have an idea.
I have a guess.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
not
I think so.
ESPN Zone. What's that one hotel that has a tram going through it?
The Persian.
No. What's the hotel?
The Contemporary?
The Contemporary. Final answer.
That was my guess.
Incorrect.
Oh wow.
Oh, that was my guess.
I'll say.
Oh, Jen Hall said Contemporary
Yeah,
also.
that's what I would have thought.
See, it's not a dumb guess.
It's not a dumb guess. I agree.
First expo, I will say it was at the Boardwalk.
Ryan
Actually,
Teets,
Epcot
Ryan
is
Teets,
a
you
good
want to type
guess.
the answer someplace? I got this question from Ryan, so if he's still around, let's see whether he answers.
Huh. I don't know. What else would have had a convention center at that point? Was Coronado Springs built then?
I think it was the 90s.
Yeah.
That's all Eisner. So
I remember it being built. I remember driving
All
past
right.
it.
Anyone have any final answers?
nope.
Oh.
There you go.
Was it downtown, the Disney Village Marketplace?
Downtown Disney. So you guys
Ah.
aren't looking at chat.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, well, I asked told Ryan to go ahead and tell us the answer
That
since he's
makes
the one who
sense.
gave me this question.
That does make sense, though, to get everybody down there.
I did ask a couple Disney people. Do you guys have any questions that might stump Diana?
You guys are good. I didn't know hardly any of them.
Hey, Michael.
Yeah.
Which Disney character has a psychological disorder named after them?
What?
It's actually a psychological disorder that is in psychology, like it's in psychology books.
I'd say Donald Duck.
Incorrect.
Is it Goofy?
No.
There's no psychological term that is just when someone's acting goofy?
No.
I feel like that's
Diana, one
insensitive.
last try.
I don't know.
This is great. I'm excited that these questions have stumped y'all. It is the Bambi complex or the Bambi effect. It's usually when somebody has strong feelings against hunting, controlled fires, or any other inhumane treatment against animals, especially cute ones like deer.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, I have that.
The Bambi complex.
Interesting.
Diana, whose handprints are inside the queue for Flight of Passage?
James Cameron, maybe?
He's one of them.
Does anybody
Zoe
even remember?
Saldana?
Yeah. Does anybody remember anybody else in that movie?
Sigourney Weaver.
That really angry guy.
Joe Road.
Oh, Joe Rody.
Oh, Joe
Yep.
Brody, yeah.
John
Wally Crump.
Lennon?
What?
Joe who?
I said John.
John who? Legend?
No.
Like Wazamo?
John Landis, the murderer?
Yes.
Oh.
I have
Yes,
no idea.
obviously him. Say his name.
Landau?
Landau? Yeah, Landau.
Oh, I have no
I have
idea
no
who
idea
that
who
is.
that is.
You don't?
No.
No.
Nobody remembers that movie. Like, who's going to remember something in that movie?
I'm sorry. You don't, because you're the only human in the world who was like,
It's one of the worst
it was
movies
the worst
ever
movie that's
made.
ever been made.
Literally one of the worst movies ever made.
One day, Tom
say,
will tussle with you
can't.
over.
Nobody remembers anything about it.
If
No.
it was that bad, why would there be an Avatar 2, 3, 4 coming out?
I don't know.
It made
Why?
$1 billion.
It made,
because
like,
it was
a
the first thing to come out in
bajillion
3D.
Why was there a Friday the 13th part 75?
Tom, this one's for you.
Yeah.
What band was asked to do Rock and Roller Coaster first?
Oh my God.
Dave Matthews.
Hold on. I know it's Aerosmith now, but I feel like it was something like the Rolling Stones.
Nope.
I'm
I saved this one for you because of his music.
Man. And this
Yeah, I'm
was
bad
a
at
while
this.
ago. Rock and Roller Coaster. When did Rock and Roller Coaster come out?
Jamie says
O-Town.
O-Town.
Oh man, first. I don't know this.
Bon Jovi.
That's a good one. I'm gonna say Mr. Big.
You too.
Oh,
You too.
there you go.
And they
Well, good.
declined. They
Get them
declined.
the hell out of the parks.
That would have been a good solid
I'm
ride.
weirdly anti you two.
I like you too, but Bono's
Yeah.
a bit much.
For
Yeah.
no reason. I just hate them.
Oh, gosh.
I don't know if that would have been a great fit.
I don't think so either. I think it would have been weird. All right. Michael, what film was Disney's first completely original cartoon? As in not adapted from a pre-existing story.
Oh, full length feature.
Yes.
This is a hard question. I don't think I know.
Yeah, because there's some I'm not sure one or the way or the other. What's the one with the two dogs?
Lady and the Tramp.
Lady and the Tramp. No, because that's an old story. I'm gonna say Fox and the Hound.
I would think that was a book.
Probably.
It was.
Yeah, I don't know. Fox and the Hound.
The Rescuers?
That might be it. Maybe. That's a good guess.
I'm just going to keep going with Dumbo.
It's like super
Dumbo's
popular.
Pocahontas.
The Lion King.
Oh.
Technically, that's Hamlet.
I mean, yeah.
At one point there were lines from Hamlet in
Yeah,
that
it's
movie.
not. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay, but it's not a. Okay.
They can pretend.
But I'll allow it.
Yeah.
Hey, Diana, do you know how many
Oh, God.
towers are on Cinderella's castle?
How many spires?
How many spires? Oh God. No.
I don't know.
12. Is that too many? I have no idea. I literally have
That's
no
know.
idea.
not enough.
It's
Wow.
got to mean something.
69.
That's not what it's got to mean. 24. You're welcome. Is that close?
Did you give a guess?
Oh, 27.
Are you?
What?
Did you just pull that out of nowhere?
Yes, I just guessed. It was just a
Okay,
random
there's
guess.
27.
Oh, yeah. No, it was just totally a random
20,
guess.
27.
It's a random guess.
Do they mean anything? Like, is that number
No,
okay?
they wanted to have the most of all of the castles when they built it. And I don't know.
So they put 27 on
Yeah.
there.
Apparently,
I literally had no idea.
I'm sorry. I should say Shanghai, when they built Shanghai, they wanted the most of everything. So it's the tallest and it has the most.
Spires.
now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
All right. One more round. And then we'll wrap
Okay.
up the live show.
Yeah, it's getting past my bedtime.
Yep, I know. So, Tom, one more
Yeah.
time. Where can you find a hidden Donald Duck in Disneyland?
Oh, in Disneyland. Ooh, you threw me off there.
A hidden Donald Duck?
This one I saved for you.
I don't know.
I love Donald Duck, but I have no idea.
I just thought maybe you'd have a random knowledge of Donald Duck.
No,
It's on the
I'm not there
wallpaper by the player piano in Mickey's house in Toontown.
Wow.
So next
nice.
time you go to Disneyland, you can go to Mickey's house and look for your hidden Donald Duck.
There you go.
How many bricks were used to construct the Cinderella castle, Michael?
I'm gonna say 0.
He got my trick question.
Yeah, why would
I knew that
Why would they use bricks?
I don't know.
Like, what are we doing here?
I don't know. Apparently, it's a trick question that a lot of people get wrong.
It's not a real
Or just
castle,
making an
guys.
appearance.
Yeah.
And Diana, let's finish with Disneyland. Also, at the end of Small World, whose face can be seen on the postage stamps?
I don't know. Walt Disney.
I have a guess.
What's your guess?
Is it Goofy?
Nope.
I have a guess. Mary Blair.
Nope. It's Charlie Brown.
Wow. What?
Yeah. Google it. I Googled this and fact checked this. There's people
Fact checked it.
fact checked it. And that's the end of Disney trivia. I have more questions. We could keep going, but we're not gonna.
No, those were really good questions, Aaron.
Those
are
And,
solid.
like, as much as we do Disney trivia, I don't think I've heard most of those.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did a really good job.
I had a hard time because I'm like, I don't know whether this is a hard question or not. It's really
Yeah,
hard
and
for
I'm
me.
very hit or miss. Like,
Yeah.
it's like when I know something, I'm very sure I know it, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody in chat got anything for us before we get out of here? I know there's going to be a small delay in that.
Yeah.
answering
Raph
that
said it was
question.
like 13 seconds.
Oh.
13-second delay we'll go with.
How
It's in
does-
that range.
How does he know?
He timed it out.
Between what though?
I don't know.
Like how would?
Well, because he would hear us saying something and then how long it would take us to read some replies or something.
Oh, I got you.
I would assume that would be the best way to figure it out.
Okay.
That's just a guess.
Olan said technically Hamlet in quotes and laughed. Just so you know.
Well, it is. Yeah. I mean,
Oh gosh. All right.
it's as original as anything else that they borrowed from.
Oh, Disney.
It's still better than what they did to Pocahontas. We'll just say that.
Well, I mean,
Especially Pocahontas 2.
or what they did to the live action Mulan.
Yes. Not enough chi.
Let's not get into that.
Not enough chi. Jamie tried watching the final countdown cover video. He couldn't make it 5 seconds. It's amazing. I could watch it all day.
Oh gosh, I guess I'll have to go to that.
Yes, it's
All
amazing.
right. I think that's it.
Yes.
That's what we got
That's
for
it.
tonight.
All right.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Tom, do you want to, I don't know, do our
Sign us out.
sign us out?
I'm gonna guess. Thank you all for joining us. You know the drill, all the social media stuff. And this is Tom for Aaron, Michael, and Diana. We will talk to you later. Bye.
Bye. Good night.
Good night, everyone.